Hi everyone, it's Paul Miller, the Free Time Free Spill podcast, and today is going to be an amazing show. It's based on positivity and diversity, and today we're going to talk about uh, a doctor. He has a short film. We're going to talk about lifestyle. He's a show host and also a motivational speaker, and so many more things. How you doing, Dr. Mobi?
Hey, sir, thank you for having me. It's been pleasure. Thank you.
So all the stuff you've done, like you're a medical director, author, musician, actor, and board sleep board certified sleep specialist, and so much more. What did I miss?
No, I'm just a guy who keeps enjoying basically what I do, and that's what I continue to do. Is there's nothing I have in agenda that I need to do. I just things I feel fascinated with, and then I feel that I can do, and that's next thing is I keep on practicing that. So.
Multiple talents. Like, so how did you get started with the film? Like the film, how did you prepare?
Yeah. That was actually, I would say, I had auditioned. I put my resume and everything for, on that I was available. So this short movie, I think they were making in nearby Richmond area, which is, I live in Virginia, Northern Virginia, and that is not far from me. And so I was just like impressed that, I said, for me, who has not much experience in movies, this was my first movie. And I said, this director thought that I could do that role. And I said, for me, it was kind of fascinating and interesting because I've never, and I wanted to learn. I mean, I went there just to learn how it is done. Of course, I've done a lot of TV hosting, and that I have done 150 episodes, and so I feel better with that. But that movie part, I looked at the script and I showed to my family, and they said, "What kind of script is that?" You know, they said, "You are a doctor. You shouldn't be doing that kind of role." I said, with movies, thing is, you want to do movies roles which are not stereotypical. You want to go beyond your kind of norm, right? If somebody asked me to become a doctor in a movie, or it's very easy because you've been doing that. If somebody asked me to become store owner or something on those lines, or then they say, "Oh, normally you talk very soft and all that." What kind of dialogue is that? That it is so rude and obnoxious person that you are never. I said, "Well, that's all acting is. Acting is it's a different. It is just on that stage that you are that person. Normally, you're not." Okay. So then they said, "Okay, that's fine, understand." So I went there, and with COVID, as you know, you have to be really careful. So I asked them, "Where is the shooting?" They said, "It's outdoor and it's on location. There are not too many people. Will be careful with us, COVID precautions and so forth." So okay, that's fine. So we did that, and I did not come out of the car till the scene was announced, and then and on my way, it is 2 hour drive from where I live, and on my way I used to I'm looking at and cramming that dialogues again and again. And I'm a person, if you ask me to interview and talk for hours, I can talk with you on any
Yeah.
topics, and we can. I don't like scripted. I'm not a scripted person.
Okay.
So I said, it's very hard to actually remember dialogue and do perfectly right. And the other problem is you could be perfectly right, the other person might mess it up, and you have to. I think we did a lot of retakes, but it wasn't my problem was the other person was laughing, changing expression. So moment they do that, because you are acting, and this, you look at this person and you say, what f words and all that, and then the other person takes it and then starts laughing, then guess what happens? Then they have to redo the scene.
Yeah.
So that was funny about that, but it was fun. I had great time with all the actors. They were really nice, down to earth people, and they kind of didn't make me feel that I was first timer there. So
Let's get
there was definitely a lot of learning.
let's get the name of the movie and the name of the movie.
Yeah, it was Help Me Help Yourself.
And it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I think we had what 22,000 hits already, so it's pretty good.
Wow. The
So
position you played, like, did you have any experience prior, like, to working at a gas station, like a clerk at a gas station?
no, I never did, but of course, we all go to 7-Elevens and gas station all the time. So it is funny when they ask me that, oh, you are playing that, did they pay you a lot to come here? I said, no, is my scene is 1 minute only too. I mean, how much they're gonna pay for? So I said, no, it's not about payment. They said, no, that must not be true. I said, no, that's true. I just came because I want to support them. This had a nice, small kind of role. Is nothing fancy about it. So we did that, and it was to me. I kind of learned a lot that you have to um, practice a little bit. But I think staff was very nice. They made me very easy, and then they said, let's practice that scenario. And there was, I think, our female, the actress, the lady, which I basically scold, and I am not good with her. That lady, actually, she said, let's rehearse a couple of times. So we did that rehearsal. But she was very nice. She was very nice.
Yeah. So what about the song? The song, like, what went into the creative process?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a scripted person. I just go by creativity. If it comes, and you feel like that you can do that. I mean, in my life, I've never written even a not a poem. Okay. So I was working as doctor, with the hospital on call, working, and with COVID, as you know, we see a lot of uh, kind of tragic scenes, when families have to say goodbyes, and it's very heartbreaking, So, and then we see a lot of patients with COVID, and there is like we feel sorry that they are first of all sick, and then they're in their bad shape. So I was really overwhelmed with so many people coming to the ER that night, and then I did not know how to help them. So I felt very really down, and I was going backward. It was about 2-3 o'clock at night. I was going backwards from the ER, and then I met this person. She was cleaning, the hallway, and I was like, I said, "Hello, how are you?" And I said, maybe. And I said, "Oh," that person said, "Oh, I'm doing well." I said, "Oh, how is everything?" I said, "Oh, I've been working for a couple of weeks now, and I don't have breaks." And I think the other person he was really tired at that time. Then there was another female too. And so I said, "Oh, you've been working continuously?" "Yeah, I mean, like the other person, they call off and then didn't show up." So I said, "Well, I'm sorry to hear that." But, then I felt that, yes, my work is there, being in medical profession, we see a lot of COVID patient, but this person, it really is very unique. Look at they don't get paid very highly. They're cleaning floors, mopping, and also cleaning rooms. First of all, very dangerous. Patient are there
Yeah.
with COVID, and they're cleaning, and the person calls off sick, and still that person shows up. And what it tells you, this is really a gentle soul, a very nice person,
Yeah.
who thinks that work is beyond anything. It's not about money, it is about saving lives. And that was a lot of inspiration, and I wanted to honor that kind of spirit. So I wrote that song in 1 hour. Can you believe that?
Wow.
1 hour. So it touched me as I said, you are the person I am sure. I said, money cannot reward you, it is the appreciation. And that person really felt great about it. I said, it's not about money, but it is about appreciation. And I will write a song for you, and I will take your picture. You will be in the video, and said, "Oh, really? I will be." I say, "Yes, you'll be famous one day. Believe me." And I said, "Okay, but that's the minimum thing I can do for you." So I took pictures, and I shared with them. So I said, "I'm going to do this for you," and it'd be. So I finished the song, and then I had some person edit it, and then we discussed music. What should be that happen next day? But the whole song was written in 1 hour, and I thought everything kind of just came. I said, what should I write? Then I said, okay, exactly how the events happened. I was on call, I'm working, I feel exhausted, and I'm so depressed, I'm going backwards, and I feel there is no end to it. And then I get this amazing soul, and that's basically gives my energy back. I wash my face, you can see, and I said, all we can do is give hug. I wish I could hold those people passing away who have to say goodbye last time to their family. That's the best we can do. Sometimes there is no medication, there's nothing I can do, you know. And I said, it really touched some of the nerves.
That's amazing hard because like a lot of people in the medical profession, like they got to have the right intentions and the right heart to
Mhm.
work with patients and nurturing.
Yeah, and also when you are there, you feel helpless in that there's things, of course, we do and save lives, but sometimes we feel so sad because that gets beyond us. We cannot save someone, and the problem is there. This could have been prevented. This could have been fixed. You know, uh, I think other day I met somebody was 25-year-old diabetic Spanish lady, female, and I said, why she's on insulin, and I said, you're young, you know, why did you? What happened? And she said, oh, I was diabetic diagnosed, but I didn't pay attention. I thought it is gonna get better, and I did not control my weight, and then I did not take medication either because young, they don't care about. And then guess what happened? I said, I feel so sorry. Now you are on insulin, and to live with that life, to give you injections every day, and to that is a lot of work. A lot of work,
Yeah.
and your life will change. So I felt kind of really that motivates me to write and do programs, and my book Lifestyle is also based on myself. you know that's how I learned to change my life. And uh, not only we wrote book, we do now shows, we do TV station, we do everything to educate, help encourage people to learn and pay attention to their health.
Yeah, I need to tune in and maybe cop a book, get a book, cause like I need to diet better. Like I'm insulin resistant. I'm skinny, but like I'm insulin resistant. Like my hormone don't absorb the sugar that well. I gotta lay
Mm.
off the cakes and the sweets. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is true. This is what so I was also diabetic, by the way. So I became diabetic. I was never before, and that's what prompted me to write. So I became diabetic, and even still, I was testing, and I didn't feel that it was enough motivation till one day I was driving and my heart skipped beat. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and then I felt darkness all over, and I thought I was going to lose my consciousness. And then I stopped, and I had my heart check and everything. They said, there's nothing wrong with your heart, but you should lose weight. And cardiologist, I said, no, I'm not big on diet. It's hard. So I went to dietitian, Dietitian basically gave me powder and said, go ahead and eat. And I said, wow. I looked at my wife and said, I love food. I love food, you know. I said, I can't live without with these powders, you know, this is very traumatic. So, but I said, well, there must be a way. There must be a better way of doing things. So the more I thought, I said, okay, give me the paperwork. I will look at and see. I should come up with a way I can get rid of this or control it. And I'm going to show up every week. I'm going to lose weight, and I'm not going to follow the powder diet. And she laughed and she said, okay, I'll see how long you last. I said, well, I tell you, I'm going to last way long you ever think. And it's been 4 years. Okay. So every week I showed up. Every week I showed up. I lost half pound. And it was fascinating for her to see that I did not follow their diet. But I said I will still keep on showing. Whole year. She was very nice to let me check the weight every week because it kind of prompted me to work hard every week. So every week I'm careful about eating, losing weight, and keep watching my sugars. So I got rid of my medications within 1 month, diabetic medication. So then my weight started falling. You're skinny, but insulin resistance can be there. But if you eat things which are very high in glycemic index, which need a lot of insulin, then you are stressing your pancreas, and then that's the thing you need, we all need to learn. Okay.
Okay.
So if one thing is the insulin resistance is created by other fat if you gain weight, that's true, but it can be also inherent resistant. But if you spare your pancreas, if you eat food which are slow in absorption, slow in sugars, and they don't have that kind of need for so much strong. What happens as soon as we eat, the sugar goes up, insulin secreted in like rush, and it brings it down. But if we eat food which are very gentle, where sugars goes up, that's called glycemic index. And those are gentle food, fibers and, natural sugars, okay, not artificial. So those, if you eat that, then is going to help you. So it's not as bad effect on your, you know, uh, then these will be gentle on you. So as a result, your pancreas won't be burnt out. The other thing is, make sure if you're drinking alcohol, do not drink. Okay, because alcohol is really very, very toxic, not only to liver, but it actually creates pancreatitis, and it can kill pancreas. So those, stay away from alcohol, stay totally 100%.
Okay.
Stay away from high sugary stuff, because otherwise you will, if you don't listen, or if I did not listen, then guess what would have happened? I would be still diabetic, blood pressure, my heart was bad shape, irregular. uh, so after that, after I lost 100 pound, by the way. So 100 pound I
That's great.
lost. Yeah, and not only lost, kept it 4 years, never ever gained. Okay, and so I tell all my patients too. I say, well, I am the one, actually did it. And there are not many books, even in literature, which they say you can maintain 100 pounds for so many years down. Uh, the first thing is, of course, getting to the success, but the other, maintaining, is a different ballgame. So then to maintain it, they also need a lot of work. So I do exercise, which is walking, not running. By the way, you can also do, so there are parts in our body which does not need insulin. One is muscles, the other is brain. Okay. So brain is going to continue using glucose, but it has a limit. But muscles, if you exercise and walk, let's say if somebody eats and walk after every meal, or some, guess what will happen? The body will get rid of, does not need too much insulin to digest it. Okay,
Okay.
makes sense. Very simple. So there is a way to do things. So especially in the evening, people tend to eat more. and I did too. So I tend to do more walking in the evening. So because I know I'm going to go to bed after that, and then guess what? The all the sugar which is absorbed by the from the stomach into the blood has to be kind of kept somewhere. So liver is an organ which keeps all that. So then it is released gradually to the body and kind of dispose of wherever it has to go. But the problem is if you feed too much of that at once, it's very toxic for body. It's like dumping so much stuff on the body and say, do it.
Yeah.
Why you want to do that? In just small portions. Be gentle to your body and find way to help your body with eating less sugary stuff, walking. You can walk after every meal. That's perfect. Okay, and then that's gonna help you. So your muscle will take burn some of the glucose. It doesn't have to sit in the liver. So help your body. So
Yes, sir.
so if we do that, then we are healthy. Okay, then we don't need to be on so many medications. So as a result, my heart kind of improved after that. I never had a regular heartbeat, and then I never have problem with diabetes. My A1C improved from 7 to 5.1 without medication, and that's a big achievement. So then all that insulin resistance because of my fat, it's see the insulin resistance happens from one is of course fat all over, but main insulin resistance also happens in your stomach intestine. So if the first layer of fat is around intestine, and that creates which we call visceral fat, a lot of viscera belly fat. So that is very toxic to body because it really has to produce a lot of insulin to counter that. So anything you can do to your insulin resistance is going to help you.
Thank you for the education.
Yeah.
Before we go, like being a motivational speaker, like what got you into that? Like how did you transform into a motivational speaker?
So it is like I said, I am just sharing my experiences to people and make difference to. So I thought of when this happened, I shared some of my experience with a few of my patients, and they loved it. And I said, okay, that one person in particular, he lost 120 pounds. Okay. I helped him. So it's a big difference from 360 some plus pound to without medication. When your words can change somebody's life. So, and then educate and being example yourself. I thought that is nothing more powerful than that. Right.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Doing medication is one thing. I can give medication as many medications somebody wants, but that is nothing as a one person if their whole life changes because they got the idea correctly because I said so or as I am guiding them. That for me it means a lot. A lot of people, of course I've sold more than 4 5,000 copies of book, but my neighbors, my family, my friends, a lot of them change their lifestyle because how I told them or what I wanted to convey to them. So I thought that is very powerful. So that motivated me more to come up with more ideas to I'm still learning to help people to understand why they make wrong choices, why they go for bad choices, and they don't understand that the real choice is to take care of your health, and no one else gets better. It's you are the one going to benefit from it, not me but you yourself. So
And where can we find your links, like your social links and all that?
yeah, so I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. And, I'm also my website is lifestyletvchannel.com. My Twitter lifestyle TV channel, and Instagram also Lifestyle TV USA. So on Facebook, I go by Dr. Mobi also. So I think I've done 150 shows now on lifestyle. You can check any episodes, and many are my patients too, and they came and they got better with lifestyle changes, and they wanted to share their experience. So that kind of you can check all the episodes. So my TV is a Lifestyle TV USA. You can Google it, and you will see all the episodes.
It was awesome talking to you today, and you shared like some wonderful information, and I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you for having me. And I know you asked me in the end also about monetization for podcasts.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's I have the Anchor FM podcast, and from the downloads you get some money from that. Uh, I don't know. Did you do that, Anchor FM?
Yeah, I had 10,000 views on when I first started. Then I switched to the program, and then I lost those views, and I switched back to Anchor. And I think I have to get 200 views to get sponsors.
Oh, it's father. Okay, yeah. So yeah, 200 views. Okay, yeah. For we got on my YouTube channel, we got 1,000, actually 2,500, and then once you get to 4,000 of viewership, then you get. So on YouTube is little different. Anchor FM, yeah. With every download, you get some. You know, we get for our TV channel, we get sponsors for our shows. But we'll be very happy to help you to if you want on our channel, no problem. I mean,
I
I have a
appreciate
TV
it.
station. We have TV station, we just do. So if you get you more views, sure.
Thank you, thank you. So on Free Time Free Spill, episodes air every Friday, and thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Dr. Moby.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having.
I'll
Take
talk
care.
to you later.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.